That's the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. That's the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. That's the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. And we tell it like it is.
Welcome to That's the Reality of It. I'm William.
And I'm Aisha.
And we have another fantastic show for you again on our new season, our new channel. Let's talk with Maisha. Got a lot of information.
Yes, I'm thirsty to hear a lot of the new knowledge and to give a lot of the new information and new knowledge.
You definitely have a lot to give.
Oh, exciting.
Exciting. So Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Marzi is a company founded in Italy. That style and flair that the Italians bring to everything they do. We can produce bikes that have character. We can produce bikes that are made by hand. And we can produce a riding experience that is second to none. These bikes are a blend of new and old. The experience we want people to have on the bike is a modern experience. The modern Marzi brand is about innovation. It's about looking forward, not backwards. It's about creating a unique experience and a unique connection between the rider and the bike.
You can look eye to eye at anyone when you're wearing the exquisite couture frames from Eye to Eye. Their beautiful exclusive eyewear is imported from all over the world, including London, Tokyo, Milan, and Paris. You will not see these frames anywhere else. The specialists at Eye to Eye have the finest frames, great personalized service, and they do all the customizing in their in-house lab. So call or come in and get the most fashionable and unique eyewear only at Eye to Eye.
Hello, welcome back to Let's Talk with Maisha. We're here, new season, new station. I'm so excited.
Hey, I'm pumped up, and I can't wait to see the guests you're going to be having coming on. And, Let's Talk with Maisha is getting hot.
And it should. It should. And one of the things that I really wanted, let's just get right to it.
Okay.
One of the things I see in my practice of pharmacy of many years now is asthma. Wow. Asthma really concerns me because it seems to be one of the epidemics that are growing, but we don't acknowledge enough of asthma prevention and awareness concepts.
People not talking about it as much.
Yeah, they're not talking about it. They're talking about a lot of the deadly viruses, but asthma, we still lose a lot of youth and have a lot of fatalities.
How many people would you think die from asthma? Because asthma seems like it's a problem, but not like a deadly problem.
Yeah. I think that if you Google the numbers, you'd be quite surprised. Yeah.
You can die from asthma, correct?
You can. And what I see a lot of times is that it's not well controlled and maintained. And a lot of times it's not properly diagnosed. I even have an issue in my home with one of my children with asthma. And it was a learning process for me because my son just continued to cough and I would take him to get treated. And I realized that the way to control his asthma attacks was to put him on a steroid. Okay. A corticosteroid is what it's called. And he takes one puff every morning. And we haven't been in the ER. And he only uses his emergency inhaler when there's an emergency. I see a lot of people using their emergency inhalers all day long.
Just routine.
Right. And what happens is your body stops responding to the emergency inhaler. It's overused. So if they were to use the steroid, especially during certain seasons, they could prevent the asthma attacks. And they only would use the Ventolin a lot of times. That's what it's called for the emergency when they need it.
Now, let me ask you a question. The steroid that they take, is that addictive?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not like a narcotic or a controlled substance where you have to, I don't see it overly abused. I don't see it used as much as it needs to be used. Sometimes it's just for short-term treatment, depending upon how severe the asthma is. But I've seen a lot of great things happen when people actually use it consistently and properly because some of the young people can't inhale, they can't suck it in, so they need a spacer. So there's a technique involved as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you can also grow out of asthma, correct?
I've seen that happen a lot too. And you know what? A lot of small things you can do in your home, like keeping food out of certain areas, keeping because roaches trigger asthma attacks, and rodents
Yeah,
and
you know
mice.
what? I didn't know that until years ago.
And you've heard that, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you may not want to eat in certain rooms, or smoking is one of the big. A lot of factors are environmental factors.
When you say certain rooms, you mean rooms with the roaches?
Yeah, like if your house has roaches, you
Mm.
might not want to eat in one area. You might want to keep it clean, like in your bedroom.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, roaches travel. They don't stay in one area.
Yeah, they go for where the food is.
Okay, right.
So some people may not realize that that may be causing an asthma attack. So you might not want to eat in your bedroom. You may not want to smoke in your home. So yeah.
Smoking brings.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because
And
in
you know
that lung
what?
stuff.
What really burns me up when I see people smoking in a car with children.
Oh man, that's awful.
That's doing so much damage to their respiratory system. It's like, if you want to kill yourself,
Right.
but don't hurt the baby, don't hurt the children.
I think that should be called child abuse, or child
Well, there's a
or
law
child
against
endangerment.
it. There is a law against smoking in the car.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, we can talk more about that later.
Okay,
Yeah.
it should be, because that's secondhand smoke. It's
Yeah.
just bad as
And
worse.
then when everybody gets out of the car and there's no one smoking, there's smoke in your fiber in your coat. That's
Right, that's
third
right.
hand smoke.
third hand smoke.
Third hand smoke. Yep.
Because you can smell people when they've been smoking. It's
Yeah,
all over.
like a closet smoker
Yeah.
who they don't smoke in public, but every time they come around, you
You
can
smell it all
yeah,
over.
that's third hand smoke when it's in your clothes.
So what would you suggest people to look out for? Because like you said, you weren't sure that your daughter or your son
Yeah.
had asthma. What should they look
Yeah.
out for?
If it were me, if I had to do it all over again, I would document when they were coughing. Is it through the night? Is it after exercise or before exercise? Is it at a particular season? Documentation is important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
How can they reach you to get more information or to talk with you? Because you have Pharmacy Solutions, right?
yes.
So they can contact you for
Medications, prescriptions, information. You can call me at 410-415-3488. We're located at 643 North Carey Street. Pharmacy Solutions. Breathe for sure.
There you go. From asthma to breathe for sure.
Breathe for sure. Yes.
Good way in there.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back. For all your pharmacy needs and prescriptions, call Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, the community pharmacy the mayor honored for its commitment in providing the community with affordable prescriptions. Pharmacy Solutions takes your health very personally with patient consultation and a patient assistance program for the uninsured and those with specialty drug needs. To learn more about the program and how to transfer your prescriptions to Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, call them today because they breathe life back into our community.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It. Of course, everyone already knows who this gentleman is. He's been on like 100,000 times, and he has the best message if you want to keep your health and your wealth all into one perspective of their life, correct?
Right.
So
Well,
Dr.
nice-
Willie
Nice
Richardson?
to see you again.
My pleasure, doctor. So,
It's really a pleasure to be here. So hopefully we can shed some light on some issues that people have when it comes to health.
absolutely. And wealth, because this program not only
Oh,
makes you healthy, but it makes you wealthy.
Well, the truth is, people struggle in different aspects of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I always think health is your foundation, and if you have a little wealth to go with it, it's very, very beneficial.
Exactly. That's a plus.
Yeah. So anyway, one of the reasons I'm on this mission is really to help empower our community.
Okay.
Our communities are so disempowered when it comes to health,
Mm-hmm.
and also when it comes to their finances. But tonight, I want to for this episode, we're going
Okay.
to talk a little bit about health.
Okay.
Let's going to talk about health, and the reason I think that's so important is really your most important asset. When you don't have health, a lot of the other stuff we worry about
Don't even matter.
really doesn't matter.
Don't even matter.
Okay, and I haven't met a person really who don't want to be healthier, but basically what happens is everybody want it, but oftentimes they're not willing to do what it takes to achieve a good state of health.
Exactly.
Isn't that interesting?
Hey, it's like I call it just being lazy.
Well, I think it's more than that. I think it has more to do with the understanding of what health really is, and it's really more than just the absence of disease.
Right.
When you look at health overall, it's the total well-being of the person. So you really do have to look at health in a very holistic way. And I think that when you look at it in a holistic way, you realize that it's mind, spirit, and body, and everything that goes with those things as well.
So, what do you suggest people do then to make sure they have the full understanding of what it takes to be healthy?
That's a great question. It really starts with some education. You
Okay.
need some knowledge. And it's not that important that you have to become the expert in health. You don't have to become a doctor.
Right.
You know, you don't have to know everything, but you do need to be willing to learn. There is so much information. You know, we're in the information age.
Right.
There's so much information out there for people to look into, but they empower themselves with some knowledge so that when they're being treated by their doctors, at least they can ask questions. Because oftentimes a person will take their health, put it in the hands of someone else, and really know little or nothing about it, and not even know which questions to ask.
Right.
And long term, that can be a real problem.
Plus,
That
you
can be a
know,
real problem.
and the first thing the doctor says when you go in there says, "What's going on with you? How how can I help you?" I don't know. You're the doctor. You tell me. I'm gonna tell you what my symptoms are.
Right.
You know, but you gotta tell me what's going on.
Yes, yes. And well, you do have to give some information.
Right.
You know, very seldom can you walk in and a doctor look at you and say, I know you got this, that, or the other.
Right.
You know,
But-
they're going to do tests and so forth. Once you tell them what brought you in,
Right.
while you're there, unless you're in for your routine visit.
Right.
If you're in for because you have a challenge with some aspect of your health, they're going to ask you a few questions. And once they ask you a few questions, then they're actually going to do some testing.
Right.
And the testing is to kind of confirm or at least go through the different differential diagnoses in terms of what may be ailing the person and then be able to go from there.
But you have a program called Longevity that has the best, I would say, remedy for being healthy because it allows your body to get you there, right?
What Longevity does, it's not my program, by the way, it's Dr. Wallach's program. And this guy's a real pioneer in the area of wellness.
Okay.
In the area of wellness. And basically, the philosophy is if you give the body what it needs and take away what it doesn't, the body itself can do some miraculous stuff.
Right.
And for me, that's been very true. I've seen it true with so many other people. And many people suffer from chronic conditions. And a chronic condition is something that's ongoing.
Right.
If it's hypertension, they were treated 5 years ago, but they're still being treated. 10 years from there, they'll probably still be hypertensive. And rather than being on one medication, they may be on 2 or 3.
Right.
Okay. People that are diabetic, they're still diabetic. Okay. And years from now, they'll still be probably more diabetic, where they go from the tablets to the insulin and so forth. And then there are certain consequences that go with that. So what Dr. Waller's program does, it attempts to put people on track, at least empower them to be able to do some things a little bit differently so that they can begin to correct their chronic health situation. Okay, and that's what the program
And
does.
that program basically, because I remember you had a guest on one time, and she said that she was going through all these issues. Remember, and she said once she got on your program, all those she didn't need the medicine. All those issues went away.
Yeah, many chronic conditions will go away. Once you take away what the body doesn't need and give it what's missing, some miraculous things can really take place.
Give them your information, how they can reach you, Dr. Richardson.
If someone would like to call me, they can call me at 410-698-4848, 410-698-4848. Leave me a message and I will get back to you.
Is there a website or anything you want them to contact?
No website, just leave me a message and I'll get some information in their hands that they can evaluate.
All right.
Okay.
So don't forget, give them a call if you want your body to be able to heal itself, or at least get started on it. You know?
Move in the right direction.
Move in the right direction. Right.
Yes.
And also, we'll talk about next week how you can also make money with this program.
Yeah, it's about people helping people.
Exactly.
If you help enough people get what they need, you'll be amazed as how you can help yourself get what you need.
All right. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
So you know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Bryant Jenkins in Reisterstown can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It, and I'm sure you guys recognize this handsome young
Thank
man.
you.
It's
Thank you,
Eddie
yes.
Applefeld, and he's going to get Eddie Applefeld around town and tell us what type of events are coming up and where we should go and what we should be looking at, right?
Yes. How about, can I start with movies first?
You can start whenever you want. This is your thing.
Yeah, you just move over there.
I just move right on over here.
Okay, after the movies, here are some suggestions. Take them or leave them. The Denzel Washington film. It's called Roman J. Israel Esquire.
Okay.
Okay, very good. He plays an idealistic lawyer. His law partner, dies. He's recruited into a very prestigious law firm, and that's where his problems really begin. You know, in his early days, if you remember, you wouldn't know, when he first started, he had a gap between his teeth. It was real.
Right.
He had it fixed.
Oh, he did?
Well, years ago.
I remember when he had a gap. I didn't know he had it fixed.
Well, now in this movie, it's back again.
Oh, it's back again.
He removed it thinking it would be better for his character. Because I was
Okay.
looking, I said, I don't remember that gap between his teeth. Well, he had it removed. Now it's probably back. Okay, it's rated PG-13. Another fine movie is called Wonder.
Okay.
W-O-N-D-E-R. With Julia Roberts, Owen Wilson, and the actual star of the film is a young kid by the name of Jacob Tremblay, who's absolutely terrific. He has a rare disease where his face is disfigured, and of course he's homeschooled. Then he goes to regular school, and he's teased by the kids.
Naturally.
And his mother takes him to public school and tells him to stay there. And with time, things get better. And there's a message to this film.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a message film, but there is a message there. It's a good film, PG-13.
Okay.
Now, television.
Okay.
This holiday season, or even though we just passed it, you still might be able to see 2 holiday films. Sometimes they run that into January.
Okay.
One of that is The Miracle on 34th Street. Do you remember that
Oh,
one?
yeah, definitely. That's the old school.
Old school.
They got like 5 versions of it.
This one was 1947. And Natalie Wood had her first starring job in there. All right, so you might want... The other one is... It's a
Natalie
Wonderful-
Wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
She played the little girl.
Okay, this is real old.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
The other one is It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, man, I love that one.
1946. George as George Bailey in the town of Bedford Falls. You know, he wishes he was never born. He gets his wish,
Right.
and he finds out that things weren't so bad to begin with. Again,
If anyone hasn't seen that movie, they have not been in America very long.
and they still play it during the month of January, at least through about the
I
middle
saw
of
it not too long ago.
the month. Yeah, and through in December you probably saw it every other day. Can I mention a day trip? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. When was the last time you were in Luray Caverns?
You know what? My kids were young when we
Right.
went there. We went there, I guess, maybe 30.
Yeah, exactly. And
Not 30, maybe about 28 years ago.
I've asked all the adults, and they said the same thing. Oh my God, we were there 20, 30 years ago. It's a great day trip or an overnight. It's about 2.5 hours from Baltimore. The caverns were discovered in 1878, quite by accident.
Okay.
2 guys were on the side of the hill. They were moving some things around. There was some cold air coming out. So they
Right.
thought they would investigate. They went down, and voila, they discovered these wonderful caverns.
Okay.
They say it was formed 400 million years ago, sort of like you.
Yeah, and I heard they had some good weed there too.
Yes.
That's why they found it, because they was up there smoking that weed.
Never mind about that. Be advised, there are no elevators.
No
To
elevators.
get
I
in
know.
and out, you have to take steps, about 60 of them. But
Okay.
they're building entrance so you can go right in. I mentioned that for people who maybe have a little trouble walking around. The tour, you have to go by tour. It's narrated. It's about it's an hour. There's 18 stops along the way.
Okay.
There are no chairs, so you have to be in pretty good health to get there. I
Right.
think. Because
So you don't go
can't
there?
sit up. Well, you be kidding me? I was up and down those steps 7 times.
Okay.
Okay. Luray's open daily from 10 to 5. The adult admission is
That's a nice place to go.
$28. And on the site, there are other attractions. It's not just the caverns. There's a restaurant, a farm museum, a car and carriage museum, a toy display, and a maze. Down under is 54 degrees, but the humidity is 84%, which is why it doesn't feel so chilly. That's
Gotcha.
because of the humidity. Now, here's a question for all you folks who studied geography and history. Those figures underneath the monuments, they're stalactites and stalagmites.
Right.
The question is, do you know which is which?
I do.
Do
Should
you?
I tell them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Stalactites are the ones from the ceiling. Stalagmites, and one comes from the ground.
Very good.
Hey,
You win. All right.
I cheated in school, so I remembered all
It's
that.
very good. You get it in. That's about it. Well, if you want to go, it's LurayCaverns.com. I know we're running late, so LurayCaverns.com. And this is Joe, and Happy New Year.
All right, that's Eddie Applefield from WCBM Radio, marketing director, promotions.
Promotions, yeah.
Promotions.
An all-around swell guy, by
And
the way.
all around swell guy.
You're right.
Swell guy. And make sure you listen to WCBM Radio,
It's 680 on your dial, by the way.
680 on your dial.
It is. It is.
Okay.
It is, really is.
Are you on at 680?
Yeah, I do movies and theater and
Okay.
entertainment, restaurants.
Okay. And what time are you on?
Throughout the day. I
Throughout the
really
day.
know. Wherever there's an extra spot, just put Eddie on and
Just
get
put
it.
Eddie in and get him out the way.
Yeah, exactly. Get him out of the way.
All right. Well, thank you Eddie again for coming
Hey,
and
thank
sharing
you.
my friend.
Start off the new year.
Start off the new year with our new season. It's our new season.
Oh, yeah, okay, that too.
Absolutely. And we're on my TV now.
I know.
So that's awesome. So don't go anywhere with me. Right back.
We'll be right back.
At Liberty Animal Clinic, they know that your pet is a member of the family and you want to make sure they are healthy and receive excellent care. Their top veterinarians and staff will treat them like family and give the best care and medical treatment and attention you can get anywhere. Liberty Animal Clinic provides these excellent services and they are open 6 days a week, including giving them a complete physical, and office hours are by appointment, so please call. Let your extended family
Join our family!
Welcome to That's the Reality of It. I'm William, your host, and today I have two good friends I met today. I fell in love with both of them, and I want to introduce you to them. One kind of favors me. The other one is just gorgeous all by herself. Okay? So we have Amy.
Hello.
And
Winnie. Yeah.
Now, Winnie has my distinct feature. Okay? So, and if anybody agree with that, we will come after you. All right? So, Winnie, Amy, tell me about Winnie.
So Winnie is an African black-footed penguin. She's one of our featured animals here at the Maryland Zoo. We have a whole exhibit designed just around these black-footed penguins. We have 87 of them that people can see. So if you don't see a penguin when you come here, you're not looking. There are lots and lots of penguins. You can see them underwater. You can see them on the beach area. You can see them up nose to the glass. You can even see the keepers feeding them twice a day.
Don't you bite me. She just said you were fed.
She's a little bit of a diva. She likes the mic to herself.
Is that right?
Yes.
What do you got to say? No. You have nothing to say. We're going to leave that alone. All right? And how long have you had the African penguin?
So the African penguins have been here since 1965. We've had a large colony, and if you've seen African penguins at another zoo, more than likely they came from Baltimore,
Right.
because we breed more than anybody else outside of South Africa, so usually they come from here. We're very good at penguins, and we like to showcase them as the center point of our zoo.
Sounds good. And we're not done because we're going to go to several places in the zoo, maybe see some the rhinoceros.
Rhinos, yep.
And you mentioned
maybe some grizzlies.
Some grizzlies.
Yeah.
We want to get too close to the grizzlies, right?
No, there'll be no holding the grizzlies or
No.
the rhino. They don't take kindly to that.
I believe that. So don't go anywhere. We're going to go on this tour to the Maryland Zoo, one of the oldest zoo, I think, in America, right?
Third oldest zoo in the country, that's right.
Third oldest zoo. So we started it all prior to the other two, but they're not as good as us. All right. Now we're here at the grizzly exhibit, and we have two grizzlies here, and we got some footage of them.
Yes.
So tell me about the grizzlies.
So we have our two grizzlies. We're still calling them cubs. They're a year and not yet a half yet, so they're still very young. We have Nova and Nita. Nova is up top. She's a little bit darker, and Nita is the one with more of the lighter chest, more blonde to her. They're sisters, and they were orphaned, so we actually went out to Montana, and we rescued them from there.
I understand the mom was shot.
The mom was shot, that's right. So they had a report of grizzly cubs roaming free without a mother in sight, and so when the wildlife officials went out to look for her, they actually found the very, very injured mother. She had been shot in the face, and so they had to euthanize her, and then they found the two cubs, and through DNA they confirmed that they were both from her, and so they had to either be taken in or euthanized, and because they were young enough that we felt like we could place them in a zoo or place them in a different habitat, then they were saved, and now they live here in Maryland. So they're the only grizzlies you're going to see here in Maryland.
Really, the only ones?
The only ones. So they do have black bears that live here in Maryland, but they are much smaller than the grizzlies will be.
All right, so now you have the grizzly story, and we're going to keep moving because we got some more to see. Now we're on a gentler side of the park where we have, I won't say deer because they have a name.
Those are called lesser kudu. And then we also have these beautiful white with the beige on the back and the little white goatee, and those are called Adragazelle. They are found in the African plains. If you take a look at this exhibit, it's pretty cool because it's got a water feature in it, and we also have some saddle-billed storks in there that you can see. And in the distance, if you get a glimpse, you can see the zebra and the rhino as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're like right in Africa right here.
You are. You've got the temperature, you've got the sun, you've got the grasslands, you've got the prey items, and you've got the predators across from them, so we've got it all.
You got it all. Tell me some of the other animals that we're not able to show right now that you have at the zoo, so you want people to know about.
So one of the nice things about the zoo is we now have some buildings that are inside and outside. So if you come here and it's hot or it's raining, you can still go into the chimp forest. When the giraffe house is usually open, you can go into there. Also into Penguin Coast, which is really exciting. You can see the penguins swimming by you underwater, which I love to do. So there's a lot of other options. Even if it's a little drizzly, still come on out to the zoo. You want to come out in the morning if it's super hot, because that's when the animals are really active. Like right now, the cheetahs are taking a nap because it's a little warm right now, and they just had a little lunch. lunch, so they're digesting their food. But you can come see those indoor-outdoor exhibits. You can also come do fun things like ride the carousel, and you can go to the children's zoo and go to the goat corral where you can scratch the goats. We don't hand feed the goats. The keepers do, but we don't allow people to come in and do that because they get really greedy.
Okay.
Goats get greedy, so we have a brushing box that you can brush the goats, which they really love. So you can come in for that. There's fun slides in the playground that the kids love. There's keeper chats throughout the day where the keepers will tell you about the animals they take care of. And there's also animals throughout the zoo to surprise people, like at Creature Encounters. You can come meet some of our animal ambassadors.
All right, that was awesome. So, look, there's plenty to do here at the zoo, the third oldest zoo in the country. So you want to come by, see the animals, meet Amy and Miss Ballantyne. I appreciate her, giving us an opportunity to show the animals. And make sure, how can they, what is a procedure for like groups and things like that?
So if you go to our website, which is marylandzoo.org, and you click on, there's a groups tab that you can click on. There's also ticket sales you can get on there. You can buy memberships online. You can book programs online. If you are a teacher and you want the zoo to come to you for our Zoomobile program, we do in-class programs at different schools throughout the state and actually out of state as well, senior centers, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, that sort of thing. We'll come out to community events. Just go to marylandzoo.org, click on Education if you're a teacher and you need that kind of information, or if you just want to know what's going on today. We have tickets, hours, and updates on all the animals.
And you bring the animals to the locations for the schools, right?
We have a pretty wide Zoomobile program. We have about 60 animals that travel. Some of those are penguins. We also travel Rise and Conquer, who are the official mascots of the Baltimore Ravens. They go out on program as well. We have a full staff of instructors and volunteers that help with those programs, and we do them year-round.
Okay, well, you have it all, so you can't get any better than that. All right, so make sure you come down to the Maryland Zoo. Come every day. We don't care, every day. Become a member. Become a member. That way you can get in whenever you feel like it.
That's right.
You can even feed the lion.
As long as we're open.
As long as you're open,
Yes.
right. We even let you feed the lions. We let you get inside the lions exhibit and let them eat on you.
We don't recommend that.
You don't recommend that?
No, it's
Nah.
something you can do once.
Yeah, you can only do that once. So once you do it, it's done. So I appreciate you watching. Don't go anywhere. I appreciate you, Amy.
Yeah, thanks for coming out to visit.
And make sure the Maryland Zoo is here for you. I just made that up.
I like it.
You like it?
It rhymes. It's nice.
There you go.
It's catchy.
Would you like to make $300 to over $3,000 a week on your own time? Then call Odyssey Production and join their marketing team by selling TV advertisements. And you can get paid each day. For more information, go to the employment section on our website or call 443-394-7333.
So another wonderful show, another exciting show, another informative show. What you think?
Absolutely. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yes.
And the information that we give, I know everyone has to appreciate it because we just don't do no run-of-the-mill information. We get
It's
some
about
serious
quality.
Quality.
Quality, yes. Great information. Informative. No trash.
No trash. Nothing. And sometimes you may not like everything we say, but we speak from the heart and we tell it like it is.
Yes.
We don't mess around, right?
No, I don't.
I know.
I'm not playing.
That's right. She ain't playing. And you got some powerful guests coming up.
Yes,
this
I
year.
do. But that's all they're getting from me. They need to tune in to see who they are, okay?
You're
That's all you're getting from me.
You're going to want to tune in because she's got some powerful guests that's got some powerful information you're definitely going to want to hear. All right? So, when God gives you another day, that's another opportunity for you to do the right thing. So take advantage of that opportunity and do the right thing.
Be blessed.
Put God first because through Him, all things are possible. See you next week.
I got nothing up my sleeve.